Hello guys, Gladiator Bricks here with a review on a custom character. Now, when I was a kid, I used to, when I was watching the Clone Wars TV show, I used to, with a friend of mine, we would sometimes play with Star Wars action figures. Now, of course, my character was I always had Mutt Williams armed with a lightsaber. I never had any of the Star Wars action figures, but I also had a ninja as well, which I modified the ninja to where he looked more Star Warsy, and later on that was my character for a while. Was a ninja with a lightsaber, and that was his character. That was my character, and I thought, you know what? Let's make one in Lego. I'm gonna make that character in Lego form. But always he was the Padawan. As my character was betrayed, he was the Padawan of forget her name. Ilayla Zakira. I hope I got her name right. But he was her Padawan. Of course, he would originally he did have goggles, and in some of the designs he had like sunglasses he put on over his hat, so this is actually very accurate with my original play features with him. As for the mask feature, where he's wearing his ninja mask, which he sometimes was known for putting on his mask whenever he went to desert environments, that was his thing. He would wear that mask to keep himself from suffocating in the desert areas and such. But he was usually by her side, and he was her Padawan. But here's about what he would wear when he was without. When the areas got too sandy, he would wear that along with his goggles, and that was his mask. When it was done, he would remove his goggles, and of course he has a sub-double-sided head, so here's him without it. Now, he was known for having a smile that looked like it looked like he was angry, but that was actually him smiling. Because a Night Sister actually damaged his face a little bit. In fact, if I could have put some scarring on his face, I would have. But actually, that's what his smile looks like. Kind of like Two-Face. How Two-Face has like a distorted, angry look about him. That's about what he is. Only his is a little less horrible and scarred up. He's just got that kind of a smile, which looks like a mad face. When he's mad, though, you know definitely, because he just pretty much looks clearly more terrifying when he's angry. But of course, that's my character. And of course, you're probably wondering, what color of lightsaber did you arm him with? Well, it used to be I would use purple, and since I have a custom brick forge lightsaber, I thought that would be a better design to put on him. So he gets a brick forge lightsaber, which looks more realistic and a lot more cool. And of course, in my rendition, when the Clone Order 66 happened, he actually saved his master. He killed all the clones who had their guns pointed at her back, because he had noticed they were about to fire. And during the fight, he turned around and turned on him. He pretty much turned on the clones when we saw them aiming their guns at her. He realized what they were about to do, and he killed them one by one. And she actually thought he had did it on purpose, but he explained to her what had went on. And then later on, they went back to the Jedi Temple to find out, but actually they ran into Yoda on the way there. And he told him not to stay in that area, that exact area, to go on back, to go to a certain planet or something, and go into hiding. Which, well, him and Layla did do that. So somewhere in my stories, you're probably wondering, where are they now? Well, in my story, they're actually hiding from the Empire right now, and they're just teaming up. They're making up their own rebel unit, little by little. which their rebel unit's a little more tougher. because he was a lot more, as his father was an engineer, and he knew a lot of engineer facts because of his father. You see, he still kept in contact with his father, who was an engineer. And his father was actually saying one of the guys who would work on a lot of the ships and such. He was the mechanic who fixed up Naboo starfighters and such. So, he knows exactly how to build a spaceship. In fact, the spaceship in my last video belongs to him entirely. It's his spaceship. It's a stomach droidless ship, which means he can fly it without a droid in it. Anyways, that's it for today. Comment and subscribe.